Good morning, peace be upon you. This is the second series of the swelling, and today I am going to talk about history taking of a patient with a swelling. Before you start taking history and examine the patient, the first thing is one must introduce oneself, who one is, and also ask about the introduction of the patient. Consent should be taken, especially before examination. And before examination, the position and exposure of the patient is very important. The exposure has to be according to the site of the swelling. For example, the area exposed includes the normal limb, the swelling is on the limb, and the drainage lymph nodes of the limb, which is obviously inguinal region. So therefore, even if the swelling is in the toe, one has to see the inguinal lymph nodes. You see, time passes. When the patient gives history of a swelling, usually the swelling is present before, and sometimes much before the patient has actually noticed the swelling. So this is the time, let us say, a patient has come with a swelling to the hospital. So question one is, when was it first noticed by the patient? It is not when the swelling in fact appeared. The swelling may be present many years before, but patient might have noticed it now. What brought it to the patient's notice? So how patient has noticed it? He may have noticed it by changing clothes. He may have noticed it in the mirror, or maybe some friend might have brought his attention toward the swelling, or there he could have developed some symptom. What symptom does it cause us? Is the swelling without a symptom, or it has symptom? How has it changed since it was first noticed? So when the patient has noticed this, the patient may not come next day. Usually they come weeks after that, days after that, and months after that. So therefore, it is important to ask him, when you first noticed, has any change occurred in the swelling? Has he increased, remained same, decreased? Or he might have noticed that it had disappeared and again reappeared. Has he received any treatment, effect of the treatment? Before coming to you, he may have shown it to the doctors, may have received treatment from them, he may have done self-medication, or he may have followed something traditional in the culture for that swelling. Has or had the patient any other swelling? It's very important. Patient may have other swellings also, which may be similar to that, because we know this thing, many swellings may not occur alone, there may be many swellings, like multiple lipomatosis. A patient usually have multiple lipomas. A neurofibromatosis, in which a patient may have multiple fibromas instead of one, obviously with deeply involved spots also. Very important, what does the patient think of it? Patient has come to you not only to get a diagnosis, but to have comfort from you. The swelling may be benign, but the patient may have perception it may be cancer. Now that perception is killing him day and night. So therefore, if he comes and you don't ask him, you just tell him it's okay, and he goes away. But if you spend some time and then tell him, okay, look, what examination I have done, and actually it appears to be benign, that is going to make patient very comfortable. So what we're talking about is duration of swelling, first symptom, other symptoms, progression and persistence, treatment and its effect, multiplicity, and cause of perception. See this chart. You have to memorize it. There is nothing short except to memorize it. You should have picture of this thing in your brain. And that effort you have to do. So let us repeat. First symptom, other symptoms, progression, persistence, treatment and effects, multiplicity, cause. Speak with me. It might feel odd for you, but it's okay. Speak with me. First symptoms, other symptom, progression, persistence, treatment and effects, multiplicity, cause. Duration, first symptom, other symptoms, progression, persistent, treatment and effects, multiplicity and cause. Once again, duration, first symptom, other symptoms, progression, persistence, treatment and effect, multiplicity and cause. Now pause this video, close your eyes and repeat it. It's okay if you can't. Do not go to the next slide till you have memorized it. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to do a role play on this thing. I am the patient. And actually, I had a swelling once. And I'm waiting for the doctor, and doctor is going to soon come. So doctor is going to ask me questions, what we call history taking, and let's see how things go. So let me wait.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Dr. Mashal, and I've been told that you have presented here today with a swelling. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
So can I ask you some questions related to your swelling?
Oh sure, please.
Okay. So when did you first notice the swelling?
Well, a few days ago, rather it was not a few days ago, I still remember, it was many months ago, I was changing my shirt. When I was changing my shirt, I looked at my arm.
Okay.
Because its sleeve was a bit tight, so I was trying to take it up, and I noticed there's a swelling in my forearm.
Alright. So you noticed it while changing your shirt. That's
Yeah.
what brought it to your notice. Okay, so does this swelling cause any symptoms?
No, it doesn't give me any problem, not at all, because after that even sometimes my thoughts goes towards that, but no. Even when I touch, it doesn't cause me any symptom.
Alright. So has the swelling changed since you first noticed it?
Not in particular, I must say last few months it is same or slightly more.
Alright. And has it ever disappeared or healed?
Oh, no ma'am, no. I wish it would have disappeared. I would have come to you.
Alright. So have you received any previous treatment for this swelling? And if you have, has that treatment have any effect on the swelling?
No. I never went to a doctor, but you see, my wife, she claims to be a great doctor. So she gave me a cream and she said, rub this cream 2 times a day, it will get well. And since, being a poor husband, I rubbed it many times, but it has no effect.
Alright. And have you had any other swellings other than this one?
No, no. Especially my wife said to me, you must notice if there are any other swellings or not. And I thoroughly checked myself, and I'm pretty sure I have no other swelling.
Alright. So what do you think caused the swelling?
I don't know, but you see, my neighbors, they continue to talk, and my wife, I've heard on the telephone talking to her friend and saying nowadays swellings could be cancer also.
Okay.
So that is the thing which worrying me. Is it danger? It's harmful.
You see, you don't have to worry about that. Let us run a few tests and let me examine the swelling, and then we will decide if it's cancerous or not. But let's hope for the best. Hopefully it will not be cancer.
Thank you very much. You are a great doctor.
Yes.
So when is my next meeting so that I can come? I can't, I have to go, so they will possibly examine me next time.
Okay.
When should I come?
I think you should come here on the next OPD day, which is a couple of days later.
Okay, I'll be coming. I schedule the appointment in the job.
That will be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So nice of you. I hope this helps you in history taking. Whether you're an undergrad student, or whether you're a postgrad student, if a case of swelling comes, then in history of swelling, you have to tell all these points: duration, when did it appear, what are the symptoms with it, any associated symptoms with it, treatment, effect of treatment, its progression or persistence, what you think of it, and what treatment one has got. These questions, or this becomes an integral part of history. If you tell these in the history, then that would be marked as a very good history of swelling. I hope that helps you. Have a good day.